Welcome back to our channel, treasure hunters and coin lovers. Today we're diving into the world of Australian currency to talk about a small but mighty coin, the 1979 Australian 1 cent coin. At first glance it looks like just another old copper piece, but believe it or not, certain versions of this coin are highly sought after by collectors and can sell for big money. In this video we'll break down the story behind the 1979 issue, uncover what makes it so valuable, and show you how to check if you have a rare one hiding in your collection or even in an old coin jar at home. So stick around because this could be your chance to turn a tiny cent into a collector's treasure. Let's get started. The 1979 Australian 1 cent coin was first introduced in 1966 when Australia transitioned from the pre-decimal system of pounds, shillings, and pence to the decimal system of dollars and cents. Designed by Stuart Devlin, who was also responsible for designing most of Australia's decimal coins, the obverse features a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, while the reverse showcases the image of a feathertail glider, a small marsupial. Native to Australia by 1979, the coin had already been in circulation for 13 years, and though it was a common denomination each year of minting, carries its own story in terms of production and survival rates. The 1979 issue, specifically millions of 1 cent coins, were struck that year primarily at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra. However, what makes these coins interesting is not necessarily their circulation numbers, but their condition, rarity in uncirculated states, and the occasional minting variety. In fact, some coins from this year were struck with slight variations or errors, and these are the coins that collectors actively pursue, often willing to pay much more than face value. When it comes to value, circulated 19791 cent coins are generally worth only a few cents above face value, mostly as a nostalgic or historical keepsake. However, if you happen to have one in pristine, uncirculated condition, or better yet in a mint roll, the value can increase significantly. Collectors often pay between $2 to $10 odd for high-grade examples, and coins graded at the top end by professional grading services can fetch even higher prices. This may not sound like a fortune, but remember, we are talking about a coin that was originally worth just a single cent. What really excites collectors are the errors and varieties. For example, some 1979 coins are known to have been weakly struck slightly off-center or show signs of die cracks. These minting anomalies make them far scarcer and can push their value into the $20 to $100 AUD range, depending on severity and demand. This is why whenever you come across an older coin like this, it's always worth carefully examining it under magnification, because you never know when you might stumble upon one of these valuable mint errors. An important aspect to remember is the historical context. By 1979, Australia was producing huge volumes of bronze coins, and the 1 cent and 2 cent pieces were still widely used in everyday transactions. It wasn't until 1990 that these small denominations were officially withdrawn from circulation due to inflation and the rising cost of production. This means that the 1979 1 cent coin represents an era of Australian life and economy that no longer exists, making it an attractive collectible for history buffs as well as numismatists. Let's also touch on the minting details. The Royal Australian Mint produced millions of these coins in Canberra, but collectors often categorize them into different mint sets, proof issues, and circulation strikes. For example, coins issued in proof sets in 1979 with their mirror-like finish and sharper designs are significantly more valuable than ordinary circulation strikes. Some coin enthusiasts even note that the mintage distribution among different production batches mint runs contributed to slight differences in striking quality, making it fun to compare coins side by side. Another layer of intrigue comes from the design and artistry. Stuart Devlin's feathertail glider remains one of the most beloved designs in Australian decimal coinage. The fine detailing, even on such a small surface area, reflects Australia's dedication to showcasing its unique wildlife on currency. Collectors often appreciate the 1979 coin not just for its potential value but also for its aesthetic appeal. For this reason, many people include it in their educational coin sets, gifts, or displays of Australian wildlife-themed collections. For those interested in investment potential, it's worth noting that while the 1979 1-cent coin may not make you rich overnight. Its value is steadily rising as fewer examples survive in good condition. Many coins were melted down, lost, or simply damaged beyond collectability, which means that high-grade specimens are increasingly harder to find. If you happen to own a roll of uncirculated 1979 1-cent coins, you may be sitting on a nice little treasure that will only grow more desirable over time. The 1979 Australian 1-cent coin is more than just a tiny bronze piece of history. It represents an era of change, artistry, and everyday life in Australia. While most examples are worth only a small premium today, the rare varieties, proof issues, and pristine coins can be worth significantly more. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who just found one in an old drawer, this coin is a wonderful reminder of Australia's numismatic heritage. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and leave a comment below telling us if you've ever found or collected a 1979 1-cent coin. Who knows, the next time you check your coin jar, you might just discover a little piece of history hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching.